Welcome, everyone, to Phil Long Toyota's We Are Trinidad podcast. This is Lisa Camarillo coming from Phil Long Toyota. I'd like to introduce you to Paula Murphy. She's my general sales manager here at Phil Long Toyota. So, Paula, say hi.
Hi, everybody. I think a lot of people here know me, and I'm always happy to meet new people, too.
Well, Paula and I just recently came back from the Toyota National Meeting, which was held in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it was fast and furious, was it not?
Oh, yeah.
We flew in, we came, we saw, and we flew out. It was very, very fast.
It's a 24-hour round trip.
I know.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Well, one of the things that we wanted to present to you today was the Toyota National Meeting is so inspiring. It actually makes me realize, and a long time ago, made me become very brand loyal. Of course, I sell all makes and models. However, somewhere along the line, I got a little brand loyal here. And it started with those meetings. What did you think of the meeting?
Oh, I thought that meeting was so amazing. It was, just the whole feel of it and how everybody was so happy to be there. And Mr. Toyota was there, and he just has such wisdom and love for his company.
Well, you know what? The Japanese have a culture of just integrity, love, honor, respect, and it bleeds through all of the Toyota business, I think, as a manufacturer. I'm always so impressed by it. But Onkyo Toyota, that's my guy, I gotta tell you. Sorry, Joe, but that's my guy.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's 72 years old, maybe. 73, and he's still racing cars.
And building race cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so amazing.
So one of the things, the topic of the meeting, which I always love the themes, and it's funny how it aligns with us all the time, and I don't even do it intentionally. But the theme this year was Together as one.
Yeah.
And then the entire meeting was about bringing everyone together. It was cast out all these fears. Everything is in your mind. Your mindset is so important. And believing that everything's going to be all right. I think he even said, I have a message for you. Everything's going to be all right.
Well, he said,
Don't worry. Be
happy.
Because everything is going to be all right.
And
it was really cool.
it was cool. And then they presented all the different models, the upgrades to the models that we have and new models that are coming out. And it's just, it does make you prideful to be part of this company.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. I think Toyota as a manufacturer is a true partner. And I am so honored and grateful that I get to be a part of that.
Right.
And I say that a lot, but I think finally, this is the first time Paula got to go to this meeting with me. And so I think finally you now understand.
Exactly.
And it's neat.
I've always been a Toyota fan. I mean, one of the first cars I bought was a Toyota, and then I leased Toyotas for like 27 years. Every 3 years I would get a new lease. And I have, since I started working here 12 years ago, I've bought, I hate to say 14 cars, and they've all been Toyotas. Now, not just for me, I mean, my husband and my children and everybody else has one, but yeah, I mean, I've never had one single problem with any of the cars I've purchased.
Right.
Toyota cars. So, that's another thing that Toyota just takes care of their customers. If there is a problem, it's taken care of.
Yeah. Well, that I really believe that we try to do that here at Phil Long Toyota. You can't please all the people all the time, but you can operate in a manner that allows an opportunity to be able to solve problems and do right things.
Right.
Do right things by people. And that's the biggest part. So a couple of things that happened for me at that meeting, other than Fast and Furious, which I got to realize how amazing and reliant I am on my husband. And Paula, you got to realize that too.
Oh, yeah.
So here we were traveling in Las Vegas, Nevada, 2 women, and we're very used to being taken care of. I'm just going to say that, just right out of the gate. And you don't realize what you have until it's not there. So we're standing in the elevator. We get to the hotel, and we're standing in the elevator, and we're literally like this. and the elevator's not moving. Then all of a sudden it goes all the way up to the 61st floor. And we're like, what is going on? Well, here's what happened. We didn't have our guy there to press the button.
Yeah.
I know, right? So we were like looking at each other. Oh,
I guess we
what
need to
floor are we on? I mean, it was so ridiculous. But what it did instilled in me was, you know what? I don't even realize all the things that my husband does for me.
Well, I miss the bag carrying. You know, I miss my Sherpa because that was heavy.
You know, I'm so grateful that we both are honored and lucky that we get to be in charge of a multi-million-dollar organization.
Right.
And that we have the support of some really strong men that they don't take a back seat to us, they take a side seat and they
seat.
support us
Right.
all the time. And I'm so grateful for that. So just right here and now, I want to make a public thing that says, Joe, I am so honored and grateful for our 35 years of marriage and that you've allowed me to become all the things I ever wanted to be.
And I will make that same attestment. Tom, you have allowed me to do so many great things. Thank you so much.
And that's a really cool thing. So I think that a lot of times we lose track of that, but our world still really operates the same way it always has. You know, being a woman in a executive position and in a male-dominated business, it is still very much male-dominated. And I love that we are doing so much more with that.
You know, it was funny when we met a couple, I guess he was a Platinum 4 manager there at the meeting, and one of his managers or GSM was there, and he said to us, he said, I need to hire some women at my store. We're like, yes, you do. What are you waiting for?
Well, so one of the other things that happened at our meeting when we were there in Vegas was we got to see all the new product and the stuff coming out and the really major dynamic things that Toyota is creating and building together as one. What were some of the stuff that you observed, Paula?
Well, you know, one of I found out, I didn't even know this, that the RAV4 is the #1 selling vehicle in America. The RAV4. And we sell a ton of them. They are changing the front end of them. They're getting a little bigger, but they're still going to be that same reliable vehicle, hybrid, gas, and the electric hybrid.
Yeah, and the GR.
And the GR RAV4, which is going to be a super sporty, fast car.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was one of the products that I was just like, wow, I didn't realize that. And, you know, Kevin was with us, who was a Ford guy originally. And, you know, the F-150 is the #1 selling truck, but he didn't realize the RAV was the #1 selling vehicle in the country.
And a couple of things, too, is that, you know, we have that Land Cruiser, which is just this iconic line that Toyota has always put out. They presented a Land Cruiser Sport, and that's going to have a third row in it, back like it did
used to,
before,
yeah.
and it's going to be the extended body. And my Ford guy, Kevin Shaughnessy, that's you, Kevin, he said, oh, I think my wife needs that. So, Holly, I hope we get to send that one to you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just so pretty. The colors, the color that they used is the underground color, and it was just so pretty.
Yeah.
And you know, when you go to those car shows, they have this giant screen, right? And it opens up, and the car drives out, and then it spins around. I mean, it's just so, you know, if you're a car person, you're like, oh my God, that's beautiful, you know? There was so many.
Did you ever think that you were a car person?
Didn't. I never thought I was, but you know what, I am now.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't even take 12 years to do it. I became a car person the minute I walked in the store. I am a car person now, you know? So.
Wow. Well, what I really love to really talk about too is how this dealership, Toyota, as you know, manufacturer, how this really does affect our town. So it's so big, right? It's just so big, and we're just a small town. However, a couple of the things that we get to do, Toyota always is about giving back in the community, giving back on many, many levels. So we do a lot of giving back into our community. What are some of the things, Paula? Help me remember all the things that we try to support. We support Main Street Live, which is a local theater here. They do plays, and we sponsor plays. Like this last year was Annie.
And Snow White.
No,
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. And
Are you sponsoring Dracula?
no, the different ones are doing different
Okay.
things. But these just pour right into our community, and these are live and local actors and actresses
really
and
great.
kids, and
Really good,
and they're
yeah.
wonderful. We also support the Triggers, which is a minor league baseball team that comes into our town, and we support them all season long.
I mean, we have food drives around Thanksgiving and Christmas. We give away, like somebody will come in and say, hey, I've got a spaghetti dinner, and we buy 25 tickets, and that we support that. I mean, we support so many things, yoga in the park.
Yoga by the River.
By the river.
And we have all the events that actually come into town. We try really hard to put our name on it. And we do that through the Toyota manufacturing funds that are provided for us to be able to do great things inside of our town. And I just think that that's just adds to the together as one. Don't you?
Oh, yeah. And we're always part of it. I mean, anybody comes in here and asks for anything, we're like, yeah, we can help you with that, or yes, we can. Yes.
There was that movie that came out, The Yes Man. I always try to encourage my employees to be the yes man. Just be the yes man. Yes.
We can do that. Yes. And, we do that.
Yeah.
It's very, very rarely that we don't.
Well, I've loved this conversation. Is there anything else that you want to go ahead and talk about from that meeting?
That meeting was so amazing. When you walked into the hall, the display hall, they had every different region of the Ford region. I mean, Toyota regions like Denver.
Can't believe you said that.
I know. I'm like, cut. No. The Denver region, the San Francisco region, the Dallas region, all these different regions, and each one of those spots, I mean, it was big. It was as big as a showroom, each one of their little displays. They had food from that region, like hors d'oeuvres and giveaways. And I mean, it was just so amazing that millions upon millions were spent to display all of those things. And then all the cars were in the middle. It was really cool.
So one of the big takeaways that I took from like the business meeting and the things that they talk about was the elephant in the room, the tariffs, and how that's affecting our business. And one of the stances that Toyota had made a long time ago, and then he just got up on stage and really made that again, was don't worry. Our number one concern was what?
Our
The customer.
Our customers.
And they were so worried about making sure that this wasn't going to affect the well-being, the financial well-being, the mental well-being, the spiritual well-being. I mean, they went to all levels of the customer. And it really just made it to where I can honestly say, when people ask me about that, and I get to say things like, yeah, you don't need to worry about that. We're not, almost like we're not participating, but we are participating. It's just that Toyota's choosing to do something different to allow us to participate with the customer, so that way it doesn't hurt them.
Right.
And I love that.
That was really impressive how he brought that to the fore. It was really great.
Well, we did get to see Maroon 5.
Yeah, that was just the little band that performed.
And that was really crazy. It's just kind of fun to see. I always feel so old when I get out there. Last year we got to see Sting. I felt young. Okay, I felt like I was young after that meeting. This time I felt old. Whatever, it all kind of works out. But I just really wanted to bring that forward. Together as one. That is the theme. That's what we're putting into Trinidad, because we are Trinidad, and we are together as one. It's really about seeing people I love that. I love where we get to, wrap our arms around our customers and we get to say things like, hey, I see you. I recognize you. I see your hurt. I see your pain. I see your joy. I see all the things that you got to do. I love when customers bring their babies in here and we're their stop on the way back from the hospital because it's important that we got to see their baby. I mean, there's so many things.
Right,
So,
they really do think of us as family, and that's really important to us, you know.
well, I think that there's many, many things that we could go on and on about. I mean, sure, there's the elevator story, there's the 24 hours and all those sillinesses. However, the biggest takeaway is that Toyota as a manufacturing partner is giving. They're a giving partner. They invest into their communities. They encourage their partners, which are us, the dealers, to do the same and to do more of that.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's uplifting. It's, brings a little tear to your eye, or it'll just make you smile and take some reflection. So one of the things I wanted to share with you, which was really neat, when we went to the Toyota meeting and he was like, hey, don't worry, be happy, everything's gonna be all right. We put on our sales board every month. Everything's always working out for us. That's our affirmation. We put it right there on the sales board. So in case somebody gets all upset, we just send them to the board. Everything's really always working out. And we don't always know how it's gonna work out. But another really cool thing that I started doing lately was I started recognizing when things were working out. I'd be like, oh, that's how this looks. Instead of me creating how this needed to look and then, oh, it didn't work out my way. There is such a bigger force in place for us. Things really are working out. The economy may not look like it should have in your mind, or, your life might be taking a different shift. But if you sit back and take a walk around your life, you're going to get to see, oh, that's how this is working out. We really are together as one. And I appreciate you joining me today. Thanks, Paula.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
appreciated having you too. She's my little bestie here, Phil on Toyota. I'm not afraid that everybody knows that, because everybody knows that, but anyway.
She's my bestie too.
So have a great day, and remember, you might be the only light someone gets to see today. Shine bright.